Hello, and welcome back to Method Muse, where we talk about science-based manifestation methods and concepts. Today, we're talking about a mindfulness method called a reality check. Now, this is used in psychology a lot just to basically ground your reality in the present, but also to confirm whether or not the thoughts that you're having align with evidence in reality. So we filter reality through our identity, our predictive processing system, through memory, our previous experiences, or really the recording of those previous experiences and how it changed our brains and our survival systems and on survival threats. So something like hearing your own name in a crowded room is something that you will notice because it's tied to your identity system. But you'll actively ignore any other name that's not something pertinent to you. You might hear dozens of names said in a room, but you will notice yours even if it's not applying to you specifically. So these filters that you get from objective reality go through your RAS system in your brain, your reticular activating system, and it processes them through mental stories, interpretations. It has to apply to something to do with you or something that is a priority. Otherwise, it just gets ignored. If something contradicts your mental story or your idea of yourself or your ideas of reality, or if you have an emotional or psychological conflict with the thing, a lot of the time your brain will just ignore the evidence or rewrite whatever the information is before it even comes to your conscious mind. We are highly automated survival systems. Okay. So it's important to do a reality check regularly, touch base, ground yourself, and see what is the truth of what you're doing right now, where you're being, what are your daily activities, what are your regular thoughts, and accept those thoughts and those truths. Recognize that it is safe to do so. Okay, so how do we examine the evidence? So you want to ask your unconscious, you want to ask your brain, ask your mind on a regular basis. Show me things that I am missing. Show me what's not getting through the sensory filters as it pertains to my manifestation. So if you're manifesting love and romance, ask your brain, I'm looking for evidence of love and connection and coherence in my reality now. This could show up in the form of anything. It might not be romantic love. It might not be the specific aspects of love that you're looking for, but love itself is a program that can apply to anything. Love is connection and coherence, alignment of values and priorities. So you could say, what could this relationship look like for me? What might it be similar to that I already see in existence for my manifestation? Or what wins, what signs did I see this week? What micro wins did I have that show me that I'm headed on the right path and that the story is unfolding towards the point, the outcome, which is really just a story point because your story will keep going, ideally. So what are you currently ignoring? What opportunities are within your fields that you might be currently ignoring because they don't apply to your identity right now? And then just be open to noticing. And you may not always see something that feels like something you like right away, but just be open to the idea of things, to the possibilities. And then you want to add, you know, somatic, like body sensations to that, because you have a body identity too. So any ways that you can show evidence in your body, sights, sounds, smells. Maybe you woke up sort of smelling something that might be the future, right? That maybe you're getting future sense from your new home that you're manifesting, or maybe you're hearing sounds that could be related to what's coming for you in your manifestation. And recognizing the social scripts that block these filters, right? We are all born with lots and lots of programming, and we develop more and more. We pick up more and more programs as we grow, as we develop, as we expand our awareness into adulthood, right? So recognizing these social scripts is is another reality check that helps you perfect the pause and notice when you're running external programs. And here's what it could look like. Sayings like no pain, no gain. No, you can have gain without pain. There's no reason to have the pain simply because you're getting the gain. It's not automatic and it can actually create unsatisfactory manifestations. So when you get something like this and you notice, oh, I still think, I have that old program and I'm still applying this to myself, but this doesn't apply anymore. So, system, can we just clear that out or rewrite it? And yeah, your unconscious is listening to you constantly. It's very powerful system running underneath our general level of awareness. Here's another one. Love is a battlefield. I absolutely love this song. I love this song. But the premise is entirely wrong. Love does not have to be a battlefield that activates your survival system and triggers you all the time. It can be a very safe co-regulation of nervous systems, which is what it really is ideally meant to be. You co-regulate each other. You work together. You are sovereign of yourselves individually, but you also work together as two systems. Oh, but that sounds too good to be true, right? There's another one. It's too good to be true. So you're saying that nothing good can be true? No, no, no. No. You can have things that are highly unexpected and they can be amazingly true and amazingly good for you, right? So discernment is whether or not your body is expanding towards this thing or contracting, not whether or not it's too good to be true. And it's the same thing for like Murphy's Law. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong. That's a really fun thing to say, but it's absolutely not true. Like as far as universe goes, the universe is like filled with these self-organizing systems that hold chaos at bay. If everything went wrong that could go wrong, it would be nothing but chaos and we wouldn't exist. We would just be like big puffy clouds of particles. Nothing would make any sense. Things go right far, far more often than they go wrong. And it's built into the system. Yes, we are broken by design, but it's a type of broken that is, workable. We can work with it. We can reshape it. We can reorganize it. We can reprogram ourselves. And we are highly automated, but we can pause and observe and get into that admin coder mode for ourselves, that sovereign sense of self to say, okay, system, listen to what I'm wanting and show me how to get there. And your body and your unconscious, these are very wise. They have lots of information. And if you need information from yourself, just be like, hey, you know what? Plug me into the quantum field and show me everything that's relevant to this manifestation of mine in a way that brings it to me in a satisfactory way. Because you can get your manifestations and they suck. Like you hate them. You don't want just the thing itself. You want the experience that you imagine you will have when you get this thing. So I hope this has helped you to understand a little bit more about using reality checks, how we filter reality, how to examine the evidence in favor of your manifestation, and how to recognize the social scripts that can be blocking you along the way that you gotta rewrite from underneath and refilter. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, and sign up for the Method News newsletter in the description below.